writing down everything that hurts. I will not be eaten up by anger. I refuse to store anger in my body, unused. And you, I will write you out of my system, and that is the most pacifist thing I could possibly do. Instead of hating myself for making the wrong joke, or scratching, tearing my own skin, or cursing you with my mouth closed, or yell at red lights not turning green, I look at all the faces that I wore, the ones I don't even recognize, the ones that alienate me to the very core, and then I stop and see how they represented everything that was broken and needed healing. I thought I looked the most beautiful when I embodied the greatest disaster. In retrospect, I can detect and say that. I couldn't even leave the house without makeup. I'd waste hours and hours putting on layers of self-erasure, locking myself away, hiding my father's face, my crying mechanisms, powder dry. I looked so strong and invincible, but if you pushed my buttons, I'd be so fragile that I'd break, then and there. And still you wouldn't see it. I wouldn't let you. I nurtured the falsities that others thought of me, and now that they disgust me, I wonder, what was I thinking? I made myself dumber for silly, loud boys. I made myself small to please the bad boys. I pretended to be sexually mature when I was anything but. I pretended to love risk and danger for the cool girls. I lied and I lied and I performed and I experimented and I failed and I succeeded. When I played these roles and tried them on, I could observe the reactions of others. Would they drag me along? Put me down? Help me up? Would they trust and believe the facades? Would they see through all of the bullshit? Or would they take advantage of my rootlessness, my weakness, my vulnerability? Would they just not give a shit and play along? Pretend that nothing wrong is happening? If the premise is a lie, then everything that follows is too, right? And I collected my inner scars one after the other, giving myself away under my worth, under my fucking worth, all the fucking time, until what I truly was started to burn inside. And every single makeup brush or lingerie or male hands and female words and teachers' punishments pecked at what had always been substantial but suppressed in my stomach, my body, my mind, my appearance. I felt attracted to people that did nothing but insult and devastate me. I never understood why. I thought, this is it. That is all I will ever get. I will fall into my grave unloved and unseen. And I withdrew. I always did. And I realized what I had been used and subjected to since the moment I was born. And I said to myself that I will get the hell away from this and shed every single little thing that is not me. These clothes, these so-called friends, these lovers undeserving of that word, these bullies and narcissists, these desires that had been tempered with, this language, this victimized posture, the unusual silence, the not speaking up, the repression of genuine laughter, the endless capacity for bullshit and abuse.